It is currently January 17th, 3 p.m. and I'm standing in front of what would have been the place where I got married, had it not got burnt down. So then I just picked another venue. Which brings me to my first point in wedding planning, the venue. Having a venue that has a good management can really make a lot of difference because they'll have their own planners, their list of vendors, florists, cake people. So half of your work has already been done for you. I got a lot of questions on where I got married. I got married at the Canmore Ranch. And you can do that through Cornerstone Theatre. They are the ones that like organize the whole thing and they made it really easy on us. When it comes to planning a wedding and picking a venue, you need to have a vision as to what you want this to be. Like, do you want it in a hall? Do you want it to be at a church? Do you want it to be in a ranch like I had it? Do you want it to be in somebody's backyard? Which, by the way, can be really beautiful. And then depending on all of that, you can pick your list of vendors and photographers and see if it matches your style. This place has a lot of animal poop. And I'm kind of glad I didn't get married here. Like, look at all of that. Now, a lot of people, what they'll do is they'll pick their date first and then their venue. But the easier way to do it is to pick your venue first, seeing what dates they have available, and then going from there. Unless the date is really important to you, in which case it makes sense. Picking the venue will determine several different things for you. For example, depending on the packages, you'll know what your budget has to be because they'll have the list of everything all at once, like your florist, your cake person, photographer, videographer. They have the list for everything. So it gives you a good idea of how much you need to save up for the wedding that you want. Quickly wanted to show you guys what this is like. So this is the entire area. It is literally in the middle of nowhere. That is the church. It holds about, I think, 30 people if I'm not wrong. And then this would kind of be the gathering area where you could have food or snacks or whatever after the wedding. We wanted a really small wedding, so this made a lot of sense for us. However, like I mentioned before, the church got burnt down. And that was actually really sad because this was our first choice for a venue. And I was like, is this a sign that it got burnt down? But it was a Arsenal? No, that's a football team. If you choose to get married at a hotel, they already have like the hotel rooms where you can change and everything. But some venues come with a changing room for like your entire bridal party at the site. If you can find one of those for a good price, I would suggest doing it because it really does make a huge difference, especially on the day of, because no matter how many hours you have, you are never ready on time. It just doesn't happen. The next thing I want to talk about is budget. Some people make a budget and they stick to it. I'm not that kind of person. I don't even know how to make a budget. So for me, I just tried to find the best deal. And I'm pretty sure that the total cost for our wedding was under 10K. And you've seen the pictures, so you know that I did not cheap out. It was actually freaking stunning. So you can do it. While I walk back to my car, I just wanted to thank you guys for encouraging me to be on YouTube again. And I'm actually doing this now. Like, this is gonna be my first long vlog. And it surprises me that you guys even want to watch it. Like, 35 people watched my previous vlog. Who are you guys? Why are you watching it? Okay, one last thing. This would have been the aisle that I walked down. So I'm just gonna do it right now to see how I would look. Not gonna lie, that was actually kind of nice. Look at Kelso all the way in the distance. When it comes to your budget, there have to be a few non-negotiables. So for example, for our wedding, the non-negotiables for us were the venue and the photographer because we didn't really care much about anything else. We just wanted good pictures at a good venue. So our photographer and the venue were like the most expensive costs of all. Photographer was around $4,000 and then the venue was around $3,000. So that's $7,000 right there. I knew that I would find a beautiful dress for like a very decent price. I think people overspend on their wedding dresses, but of course it's like once in a lifetime, so might as well. But I didn't want to do that, so my dress, I didn't want to go over $300. So when setting your budget, you can have stuff like that, and the way you get an idea for it is to do your research. And what I mean by that is, for me, I joined Facebook groups that talked about what their overall cost was, and then they also break it down for you. So I can list a few groups like that in my bio, and then you guys can go and join them. This is the dam. And right now it's all frozen over, and so there's cars and they drive on this ice basically the entire winter. Now let's talk about catering options, because food is the most important thing. Half of the people that come for the wedding that you didn't even want there come only for the food. So depending on the venue that you pick, they'll already have catering options, and you can kind of pick the packages that you want and see what fits best for your needs. But if the venue allows you to have your own caterer, I would highly suggest doing that, because venues that have their own catering options will charge you a lot of money, and you do not want that. And sometimes the food isn't even that good. If you do have the option to find your own catering people, I would suggest talking to a few of your friends and seeing what they pick, and then also joining Facebook groups for your area and seeing what other people picked, and of course your best friend Google. I highly suggest you and your partner sitting down before all of this planning and thinking about how many people you want at your wedding. If you come from a brown family, it's really hard to keep the wedding numbers under control, but here's what my friend told me that really stuck with me. She said, the people that are at your wedding are witnesses to your union. That means that they are all equally responsible for the well-being of your marriage and for your relationship. So if you don't see all of those uncles and aunties being there for your marriage, think about whether they should be there at your wedding. Quick stop, I just wanted to show you guys the sunset. That's the moon. Look at how freaking beautiful it looks today. And then the sunset is right behind me, the moon is in front of me. I freaking love the city. And now for the most exciting part of this video, the outfits. I had to come back in my car because it's way too windy outside. Anyway, now the whole reason I'm making this video is because on TikTok, one of my videos went viral where I said that I got my dress and my veil for $200, which is true, and I'm going to show you how you can do that too. There are a couple different websites that have ready-made dresses, for example Lulus, ASOS, and when you purchase the dresses you can do the alterations by yourself, but the other option is to go through a website that does the alterations for you, and you can also customize these dresses. I'm sure when you've looked at wedding dresses online, you've come across JJ House. Another website like that where I got my dress from is solobridal.com, not .uk. Don't go to the .uk one, they overcharge you for everything. So here's how it works. You go through the website, you select your base dress. I would send them a picture on Pinterest and say something like, hey, I want the sleeves like how it is on this dress, and I want the back like how it is on this dress. Could you add more pearls like how it is on this dress, etc. And they will do it for you. And the really good thing about this website is that they are very communicative, and I got a ton of emails from them. If you tell them that you want to approve every single stage of the dress, they will do that for you. So before you go through one of these websites, make sure you look at all of the base dresses, look on Pinterest, see what you want to add, and then send them all of the pictures. Now, I also mentioned that there are several different websites that you can use, and so one of them is Lulus. They have a very nice collection of dresses. I have a link that you guys can use to get a discount, so I will put that in the bio. ASOS is another one. ASOS has a really lovely collection, and I know that the quality is also really good. The other one, which can be a little more on the pricier side, is Reformation. The dresses are really beautiful, okay? But when you look at those dresses compared to the ones that you can get off of websites like Solo Bridal, the cost is the same for something not as bridally, if you know what I mean. I will put every single link in the caption, and if you guys need help with anything, I am more than happy to help you guys.